I won't say Bobby.
I agree, Bob.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was really
That was a nail biter to catch that fish with. I've watched it 100 times. I want to say a minute 58, and had to weigh it on the third time. We were allowed to weigh them 3 times then, and God willing and a little luck, that fish weighed 2 pounds, and
That never happens.
I'm
I
holding
have
the
tried
trophy.
it ever since
No,
then. It's
no.
never worked for me.
Something
Like
tips
God
scales.
willing, it was a God willing
God
thing.
willing and a
because
little
it was
luck.
meant to happen. Because it's never. I've weighed them twice, 3 times, and
Yeah.
they always go backwards. They
I
never,
always lose an ounce. Every
Yes.
time.
Yeah, yeah. Normally I go 114, not up to 2
Yeah.
pounds.
It
and-
went crazy that last like 10 minutes too, because I was in the lead with 30
Yep.
minutes to go, and I was like, "All right, now I'm gonna make some moves." And then like in 8 minutes, you were in the lead, Luke was in the lead, Jacob was in the lead, and then after that, you ended up doing that.
I ended
So
up-
That was impressive.
It was
That's
a
gotta be the
moment I'll
closest one
remember
ever.
forever, man. I remember sitting there in Grand Lake, and when they finally said you're the champion, man, all I could do was just cry, and I almost just lost my mind. I had no idea what a Red Crest title is, and now we all know what one is, and somebody's going to know this week. So definitely a super special moment. I think one of mine, Edwin, was you winning on the lacrosse there, making that huge charge. Or you didn't even have to make a charge; you just absolutely slaughtered them. But to me, that's kind of where it all started, the Red Crest. And we were out in that grass field during the expo, and it was hot and miserable, and nobody knew really the fishing wasn't that good. And somehow you cracked the code on that. That was super cool to watch, and you just absolutely hammered them in that pocket.
What's that
man.
feeling? And all 4 of us have had it when you know you won, like just that relief.
Yeah.
Now, yours came at the very end of the day.
And it
You've
doesn't-
had it twice.
And it
you
doesn't
know.
matter if you win like Bob did in the last seconds, or win like Dustin did last year, where you know you've got it won 3
Yeah.
hours before it's over.
Yeah.
You
It's
still
the
don't
relief.
believe it until they say line.
Now, the one you won and you follow, there wasn't a no till the very
No,
end there,
I
son.
lost a 3-pounder with like 30 seconds left.
Oh,
I said, that's her, because I was fully convinced somebody was going to catch a big one.
Yeah,
And
you
Right,
always
right.
think that.
And I
every
lost
time.
that fish, and I just laid on the deck. And then whenever I won, like it was so much relief.
Just
And then
relief.
last year,
Yes.
which you won on your home lake,
Yeah.
but like that's all you think about for months. Whenever they announce that, you're like,
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
how can I get an advantage on my home lake?
Yeah.
And like last year at Lake, I literally had sleepless nights. I
Yeah.
could not. And then I was shook up the championship day. Like nobody knows this. The morning of that tournament, I'm driving to the boat ramp, and I get there, and I had to go in the restroom, like literally just broke down,
Yeah.
because I knew like this is your chance
Yeah.
to make
screw it
history.
up.
Don't mess this up.
In
So,
history, he did. The first man with 2 Red Crests.
That's it.
yeah, pretty cool.
There's no other feeling like it. Like we fish our whole lives for that championship event,
Yeah.
and there's just
And you only there's only one Red Crest a year, and you
Right.
may not even get a chance to win it. So to have that chance to win, there's nothing that can compare to it.
It's,
Even a Bass Pro Tour win is amazing, but
Right.
it is, and I can say that now, but there's nothing compared to that win compared to when I won the Red Crest on Grand. The feeling, the excitement, the media, everything that revolves around the Red Crest. It's truly the world champion and world championship. And man, when you get it, it's
a very
it's-
dangerous.
you want it again.
It's a dangerous
Yeah.
thing to win.
Yep, it
Because
is.
when
Fuels
you
the
do it, it's
addiction.
just like nothing is complete
Nothing.
until
Yeah.
it happens
Yep.
again. And
And
you're like,
you're hoping you
I
get it
have
again.
to make this happen again.
It'd be nice, Dustin, if you'd let one of us get our second one before you get your third one. We don't need you to get too far out on us. Well, I think it's because we're on Guntersville, and it's such a phenomenal lake, and it's been announced for
3 years.
3 years, I think.
Long
So
time.
we've had 3 years to key it up, but I think it is. It's just Guntersville, the excitement behind it, the fishery's back and stronger than it's ever been, and you kind of, just the way things have gone over the year with, inflation and economy and the presidency change and all of that. It's just like now everybody's kind of back up to doing what they're doing and what they're good at, and you just got this extra push to to do all you can during this practice to get ready for tomorrow.
One thing that I think about it, it's Guntersville, the
Yeah.
godfather of all lakes.
You got
I've thought
Mhm.
this week, what other lakes are there that we've had that many events on? The only other lake I can think of is Rayburn.
Yeah.
You know, since the start of bass fishing
Yeah,
history.
since the start
So,
of
you
that.
know,
Yeah.
you know, through BASS, through Major League Fishing, through everything.
Have
This
to
is
be
like
Rayburn
the
or
lake.
Toledo.
There is no more
It's
bass fishing fans or
mhm.
I mean, there's so many boats on that water on a Monday and a Tuesday.
Yes.
Like,
They're
this-
catching your fish
this
right
part
now.
of the country
They're out there right
fishes.
now.
Right
This
now
is
they're
where
there.
you
It's-
want to win because everybody
Yes.
out there all next year
Yeah.
is going to talk about
It's-
who wins. Come
There's
Sunday.
more fishing fans on and around Guntersville,
And
Huntsville,
yeah.
Guntersville, even all the TVA chain, they all come to this lake,
Mm-hmm.
and this would be
Yeah.
It's a little
quite the feat.
intimidating showing up at Guntersville and try to win that because you know you got to catch them.
You know
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
have.
You know you got to catch
Yep.
them fast and big. ones.
Yep.
And I'm just
Yep.
Welcome to Score Track.
it's
Welcome to Score
intimidating
Tracker.
on
Yeah.
a lake this good.
I think we should take the names off Score Tracker. I really do, just so you know you got to catch up, but you don't know who's killing them. Because
I agree,
I'm like, nah, that
100%.
Thrift said he wasn't on nothing, and he's got 150
See, I
pounds.
want y'all to feel that. The
Uh-huh.
names need to be there.
Yeah, the names
Yeah.
need to be there. I
Feel
love
the
it.
pressure.
I love it. Yeah, G-Ville has always held a spot, and I think all of our hearts for
Oh,
sure, man.
yeah.
It's just the name itself.
A lot of history.
A lot of history.